Saying yes is killing you. I'm going to show you why and how to prevent this. So, according to popular belief, we all are subject to this. We all think we have to say yes to everything. I'm one of those people. If you ask me for help or anything, I'm up for there and up for you to help you. And I have come to the realization that this is not true. We often have to say no. And even though we don't like it, we have to say it. And in my own journey, I experienced this. I gone through Crohn's disease, and when you have Crohn's disease, you have to have a strict diet, right? And people often ask me, do you want this to eat? And they show me things that I love to eat, but I had to say no. I had to say no to them because if I did, I would be in a worse situation, right? I have to go back to the hospital, which is something I didn't want to do. So I had to take care of myself, and no is something that has helped me get over that. And there are a bunch of people that have to say yes to everything. And one of the benefits of saying no is that you get more control. If you have more control on your life, the better you're going to do. It is impossible for us to say yes to everything. We have to be selective. And even though we might feel bad, I sometimes feel bad by saying no, right? But we have to say it because if I said yes in my own journey, I probably would have gone back to the hospital a bunch of more times. And I already went back a bunch of times, right? I had to say no in order to, you know, prevent myself from worsening the situation that was already bad because I already gone through multiple surgeries and there are temptations that you have to say no when you get to suffering into a bad storm, in which I would like to say, I like to refer them as storms, right? When you go through a storm, it is simply, you know, a good idea to have in mind that not everything is a yes. And we are often going to be faced with temptations that are going to put us in a rope in between making our life better or worse. And that decision is either a yes or a no. That no can save you, and it saved me multiple times. It still does. And that's why I think, the power of saying no is something so powerful, and which I spoken in one of my previous podcasts. You know, saying no is something that's gonna give you more power in your life. It's gonna give you more control. You're not gonna feel overwhelmed with a bunch of things that people are asking you, right? Because we only have 24 hours a day. We don't have more, right? We have to sleep at least 7, which is, what science says that we have to sleep, right? And with that, let's say we sleep 7, right? We have 17 hours left. A bunch of people have to work, and saying no to things and say yes to the right things allows you to build your dreams. Sometimes we have to say no to being with the people that love you because you're working on your dreams, and saying no at that time allows you to have that time to be your path. And I'm one of the people that likes to be with the family, but have come to the realization that if I want to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, right, I cannot be saying yes to everything. I have that power in me to say no. Right. And it's often hard to, when people like offer me food at their houses, right? At first they weren't used to know that I had Crohn's disease and I couldn't eat, that I had a strict diet. So I had to say no. And it's not that I didn't want to take their food, but I cannot eat it. Right. So like I didn't want to be rude, but I had to do it because if I ate it just for the social norm or the social pressure of, my friends, they were going out to drink, or, they were eating in a restaurant, right? I cannot be putting that social pressure and, you know, bend. If I bend, right, and say yes to something that is going to hurt me, I'm not doing anything for myself. I'm making it worse. So, and I know it is hard because, I face a lot of social pressure, not only with the food, with many things. We often face it, but we have the power. We have that power in us to say no. And I know it's hard, but one of the things, that helped me with everything on the surgeries and everything, my journey was the power of saying no. In my recovery journey at the gym and everyday physical activities, often I was faced with the temptation of going with higher weight. But if I didn't, I could have hurt myself and make it worse. So that power of saying no allows you, like I said, to get more control of your life. Choose the things. I'm not saying say no to everything, but what I'm saying is pick the right things for you that are gonna work out for you. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna make things worse. It's just for you to have control on the things that you wanna do and are gonna be a benefit to you, not a detriment. So that's the thing that I wanted you guys to, you know, share my knowledge. Even though you might think I'm 20, just 21, going about 22, but with that journey in my mind and in my body, I know the power and the good thing in my life that has done, being able to say no. So I hope that this video was of some help to you. If you like this video, make sure to comment down below. I'm trying, to make sure to share my knowledge as best as possible. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with the people that you love so we can keep sharing this message. And remember, you have the power. You have that power in you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, guys.